respectively.
Okay, the first question about demographic organizational data about respondent. So please describe what is your company name?
Well, my company in a narrow aspect is Artificial Intelligence Laboratory, which I'm heading, which is part of the Institute of Mathematics and Computer Science at the University of Latvia.
Thank you. Your age, gender and education?
I'm 41, male, and well, I have a PhD in computer science.
Okay, thank you. Second question is about activity according to the classification. So what kind of, please choose what kind of institution you represent. Is it you're representing educational, like university, right?
I would say that this is a research and educational institution. Well, the institute as such is a research institute, but we are closely related to the university, and teaching is, of course, obviously education. So it's both.
Thank you. Number 3, company size.
Well, again, bottom up would be that our laboratory consists of around 20-25 people. Half of them are linguists, half computer scientists. Well, then the institute is about 200 employers, and universities, I don't know, but maybe some 3,000 or so.
Thank you. 4, how long does your company exist?
Well, again, it's better to narrow down to the laboratory, which was founded in 1992, so it's 30 years.
5, please briefly describe the activities you are doing in your lab.
Our laboratory mostly focuses on language technology as one of the fields of artificial intelligence. And well, our national mission is to provide solutions for Latvian and also data sets, but we are working also multilingually also in larger European projects together with partners, which includes other languages than Latvian.
Okay, second part of questions is about creativity of your organization. First, do you consider your organization as creative?
Yeah, I would say definitely it's creative, and both from the technology point of view, but also from the linguistic and social linguistic point of view. Yes, I would say that basically all we do is to create something. Sometimes it's really a novel method that we create. Sometimes it's a need to create something for Latvian, which exists already for other languages. But for instance, those data sets are not available for Latvian, and then we create the data sets and later apply existing methods which work with any language.
Second, do you think there is a link between the creativity of an organization and the active use of the latest technologies, so like artificial intelligence?
In general, yes, but it's also often the case that you can do novel things and make some creative improvements even by using some, well, let's say outdated methods. But if you have the right method for the right problem, then you can come up with a creative solution, sometimes also with an older method.
Thank you. Third part of questions is the number 1. Does your organization use digital tools based on AI?
I would say that primarily we create such tools, but our partners, well, since usually those research projects are conducted in partnership with industry, and then our industry partners are of course in need of such tools, AI-based tools, and they used it also in their workflows.
Okay, and now if yes, and you said yes, you use it, digital tool based on AI, please specify, for example, which ones, for example, language processing or so, what is the main
Yes, the main area is language processing, both understanding and generation. But nowadays, this is very closely related also to image generation and to computer vision. So it's difficult to draw a concrete borderline. But it's primarily language, but also we have a group which works on image and also on speech and audio generation.
What were the reasons behind your organization's decision to implement and use those digital tools based on AI?
I would say that this was a historical coincidence. Most likely that there was founded such a laboratory, and specifically this language technology was chosen as a priority at that time. So yeah, it's mostly by chance, but now our work is more dependent and related to what actually the industry needs, and so it's kind of synergy.
Thank you. Number 3, if possible, please indicate how much funding has been allocated for the introduction of those digital tools based on AI.
Oh, this is a difficult
Maybe
question.
briefly.
No, but this is a very good question. So, since we are a research laboratory, our funding is 90% based on, well, this is a competitive funding. We are submitting our project proposals to different calls and competing with other fields of sciences. And only some 10 to 20% is the so-called basic funding, which is guaranteed for us. So we have to compete for the rest, for the 80%. So it's all the time it's competition, and we have to attract the funding by ourselves. It's basically like a science startup. You always need to get your money yourself. Well, the 2022 year was very successful. We have been growing during the last 10 years or so, and so our budget of last year was about €1 million. But it doesn't mean that the next year will be the same. So.
Okay, thank you. 4, what benefits or impacts do you see from the use of digital tools based on artificial intelligence in your organization? Please comment more.
Impact?
Yes.
Benefits or maybe an impact do you see?
Well, again, then I can maybe talk on behalf of our industry partners. Well, the primary benefit is always to optimize some workflows. For instance, in media monitoring, we have been working a lot in this area, and in media monitoring, it's necessary to follow many different news channels, both video, audio, text, and if it's done by humans, then you need a huge farm of those listeners or readers who try to spot those needles that are required to spot. But if we apply speech recognition, for instance, then the machine can listen to all those 100 channels simultaneously, and if it detects that, well, in this news article, in this particular minute and second, there was a mention of this keyword that you are interested in, then it just prints out a list of those mentions, and a human can just check those few contexts instead of listening to the whole set of channels. This is one example. Another is, for instance, medicine and medical reporting, where again speech transcription can save quite a lot of time and also money, which is important to produce all the medical reports without involving a lot of human effort.
Thank you.